Hi everyone. So I want you to ask yourself, when you create boundaries around your life, are you creating ultimatums or are you creating boundaries? Have you ever wondered that? I know I have. Because it's really sometimes can be a fine line if you're not really thoughtful in how you go about doing it. So for those of you that are new here, my name is Sally Harris and I'm so glad you're here. This channel exists because I walked a tough road with my own daughter for about 10 years, and all the while her life was spiraling out of control, mine was doing the same. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm thankful you're here, and let's dive into this subject. So ultimatums or boundaries. So ultimatums, we often think of that like in other parts of our life, right? Someone giving you an ultimatum. Well, ultimatum is really built on a desire to punish or control someone, right? That's not our goal with boundaries around ourselves when it comes to our families, our adult children. These situations, we're not out trying to punish our kids. And if we have a different mindset going into that and when we're creating those, I think it might not be as difficult because I know many of you struggle with being able to follow through. And so looking at it as a difference of, is this an ultimatum or is this a boundary? I have three thoughts on that. So number one, the boundary violation has a consequence, not an ultimatum. So like I said, the ultimatum is more of a control thing. A boundary, you're giving them a choice. So the boundary is not, again, it's not around them, right? It's for you personally. So if you're putting a boundary around yourself and they violate that, then there's a consequence. And so when you create your boundaries plan, you need to have consequences for each of those, right? Each of the violations. They don't have to like it. No one has to like your boundaries. They're for you, not for them. Okay. So really taking a look at that and knowing that the boundary consequence or the boundary violation has a consequence, not an ultimatum. Number two is to many times punish someone or protect ourselves. Many times people doing the ultimatums is they're trying to punish someone. And that's not our goal with boundaries. We're not trying to punish someone. We are protecting our life, our space, protecting ourselves from different situations, keeping ourselves healthy. And honestly, that's your job. That is each of our own responsibility to protect ourselves, right? As much as possible. And so we're not out trying to punish someone, right? We are protecting ourselves. And then lastly, when you are sharing all of this, your tone of voice is a huge, great indicator of, number one, how serious they're going to take you. And also them knowing, they may feel many times our tone of voice, if we're kind of pushy or they feel like they're being punished when you're coming across, delivering the material to them, quite honestly, that tone of voice can make them feel attacked, right? So if you're calm and you're peaceful, that's going to make a huge difference in how it's received. So how can you avoid giving ultimatums? A couple of thoughts on that is, you need to plan out this boundary plan. You need to plan it out. This isn't something you do on a whim. This isn't something maybe you even do overnight. It needs to be well thought out. You need to be calm, like I mentioned, and figure out what is your motive. What is your motive in the boundaries? Making sure it's not an ultimatum. But what is your motive? Is it make sure it's self-preservation, really, right? Make sure it's for your own well-being or the well-being of your family. If you're a mom who has other younger kids, for whatever reason, if something's going on and you also need to protect those young kids. So that would be your motive, right? So, and that's okay. So I hope that helps in just kind of taking a look at ultimatum or a boundary, and they're not the same thing. And even though I know it feels that way sometimes, and I promise, your kids probably take it that way, but the calmer that you can be in delivering those things is crucial. So I hope that helps. If you and I have never chatted before, I would love to hear more about your story. If you're a mom who is, struggling through this time with their adult child for various reasons, reach out and sign up for the discovery call. It gives us a chance to get to know one another, and I can share with you more about how I can help you in your specific situation. Okay, I'll see you next time. Thanks.